here we go. Tuesday night Knicks. The postgame show is back, but the Knicks lose 97-92. CP from Knicks Fan TV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Jay Ellis, it was all good just a half ago when the Knicks seemed like they were rolling. Took a 13-point lead in the second quarter. Julius was clicking on all cylinders. Mamba mentality. Julius was out tonight, hell-bent on getting his team a W in Charlotte, but things just, they just couldn't maintain the same momentum going into the second half, man, and ultimately lose to the Charlotte Hornets 97-92. Give me some thoughts on this game tonight, man. What'd you take away from tonight's demoralizing victory?
Let's see, Malik Monk came in that second quarter and changed the game in a short stint. The Knicks were up by 13 was the largest lead of the game. They were up by 10 in the fourth. And then all of a sudden, with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in that second quarter, Malik Monk took over. I feel like he just drove left full speed. Pump fake, drove left like 30 times.
Yeah.
For real. And he either got a bucket or set Willie Hernangomez up for his revenge game to get a bucket against us.
Revenge game for Willie.
Yeah, man. Years later, got the revenge game going. But yeah, Malik Monk kind of took over in that little short stint, and the Hornets ended up only down by a few points going to the half.
Yeah, 3 points. We were up 3 going into the half. Yep.
It was just like that fast. And then when we got into that third quarter, we got into even more trouble.
Yeah, I just feel like we just didn't have that same continuity. We couldn't get into that same groove into the third, even though we went into the fourth down too. I didn't have a good feeling about the game. I really didn't have a good feeling from the half because Charlotte was shooting atrociously going into the half, and we still only had a 3-point lead. So you figured it seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's the Kobe situation or them coming back from Paris still a little bit sluggish, but you expected to see them bring a better effort in the second half. And when they did, the Knicks just had no counters for it. And going into the fourth, it was the Terry Rozier show. We gave Terry Rozier 30 and 10. Had him looking like an all-star tonight. Yeah. And once again, we got exposed on the corner threes. Miles Bridges was killing us, driving on us on baseline. You had Martin killing us from 3. Marvin Williams chipped in with a couple. And that was all she wrote, man. It was just a bad showing in the fourth quarter.
Bad showing all over the place, man. And it was like, I felt like the coach was trying some new tricks today. I don't know. Like, he usually plays the whole second unit together. I feel like he's starting to use faith in the second unit as a whole. This time it seemed like he was staggering starters in with the second unit. Yeah. Marcus Morris is playing a lot in the place of Knox. With DSJ sighting. They put Frank. We thought Frank was gonna notch a DMP. We saw a very spirited, energetic DSJ coming off the bench with the second unit. What you think about that? DSJ getting in and Frank getting that DMP after having a couple hot games. I mean, I personally don't like it, but I will say this: DSJ didn't really have a huge impact, but yeah. He played. He actually looked like he was interested in the game, so that's a step in the right
direction. Baby steps, Sales.
Yeah,
it's like he actually came in energized. Hard, yeah. He actually tried tonight.
He tried tonight. Like he tried to go over the screens. He wasn't the best at getting over the screens, but he tried. He like hustled back, closed out on 3-pointers, and he actually ran full speed. So that was cool. But you just got that feeling that DSJ is from North Carolina.
Yeah. Is this a showcase game or is this a get your legs under you type of game?
That's a showcase game to me. This reeks of showcase game.
A DSJ for Monk. Here's our guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's
exactly what it was.
Yeah. He's like, yo, this is your chance. Yeah. Go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't mind it. I said on Twitter, I didn't mind it. There's no way possible that you can play these 3-point guards meaningful minutes and have all of them contribute in some sort of way. Ideally, you want to see Peyton get planted to the bench at some point
I'm waiting for the tides to turn. Ideally, you want to see him get planted on the bench, but tonight it was Frank. Although Frank did come in with his little 5-minute fourth quarter and try to make up for lost time, man. Frank got in the full court press. Try to to turn him over a little bit. Got an assist, got Mook going with a 3-pointer that tried to cut the lead to about 4. So, Frank came in and did the most with it.
Yeah, he stayed mentally ready. Came right in off the bench, hit a corner 3, no problem. Right after that, causes a backcourt violation. And he was like, oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Frank in the game. We in this. We'll see what happens. The ref makes a terrible call.
Atrocious. Betting on the game, JLs. That referee was betting on the game, bro.
Yeah, definitely betting on the game because I can't makes a terrible call. Marcus Morris hits a 3 and 1. I feel like he's done that so many times this season.
Yeah.
And they call it an offensive foul when the player trips into his leg. I never seen that overturned.
I've never seen that.
Even after watching a video. That was the most. I feel like there should be the little, what's the letter after the game that tells you what plays are right and wrong.
Oh yeah. I forgot the name, but yeah, that league review where they tell you where they messed up. It's gonna come out tomorrow. It's gonna come out tomorrow because there was no way. He was clearly just trying to land, and they overturn it. He makes the 3. We had a chance to cut that lead from 8 to 4. And they overturn it as an offensive foul. That ref was betting on the game, bro. Ridiculous.
Definitely, man.
Ridiculous.
Like, I don't know. All the refs should be fired after that call. I don't understand how you watch the game live and then watch the video and still come out with that same call. I don't understand it.
Ridiculous, man. But, Julius Samuk came to play and give credit. This is about 4 or 5 straight games where they're pacing this team. It's almost like every game they score the same amount of points. I mean, Julius had 24 and 5 tonight. I think Mook had 23 and change tonight, 23 and 4 for Mook tonight. Efficient night shooting for both guys, 10 and 19 for Randall, 9 and 20 for Morris. But when you look at the supporting cast, there was nothing, man. 28% from 3. You look at all the capable 3-point shooters that you have on this team. Dotson went cold. Dotson had the hot hand for about 3 or 4 straight games. Mm-hmm. He did hit 2 late threes in the end when they tried to hurry back. But he goes 2 for 4. Knox 0 for 3. Portis 0 for 2. Reggie Bullock 1 for 4. And that was it. Your supporting cast supporting cast on your bench really didn't give them enough firepower to keep them in the game.
Yeah, man. They really, they reading those scouting reports, man. For sure, they're reading the scouting reports because it wasn't like Dotson is getting those looks anymore. Yeah. And even the looks that Marcus got, a lot of those threes, there was a hand in his face.
Yeah, it's contested. Contested.
Like, it wasn't like, ooh, swing the ball, open 3. No, those were tough. Mm-hmm. Very tough shots. So, definitely read the scouting report. And Reggie 1 for 4, too. So, it's like, you're absolutely right. We didn't hit 3s. They didn't really have help on the offensive end. Everybody else was like, nothing. Knox is down 11 minutes a game now. He only scored 2 points.
Yeah.
Dotson, who's been the constant scorer off the bench.
Yeah.
Doesn't get you anything. And your favorite guy, Bobby Portis, only gives you 4 points.
What else is new? 4 points, 1 freaking rebound, no defense. But hey, let's give him 18 minutes and let it fly.
Matter of fact, the best 3-point shooter on the team today was Taj Gibson. He shot 1 for 1.
Basically, man. I just saw a fake report on Twitter. You gotta be careful with all this news that you reading, man. Somebody was fronting like he was Shams.
I saw that.
Saying that
I saw
Bobby
that.
Portis was going into the G League.
Yo, he caught me for like a half a second.
Bro. I did. I got caught, man. I got caught. Who in the chat fell for that? I know a lot of you saw that, man. There was a fake Shams talking about the Knicks had sent Bobby Portis to Westchester. I was like, wait, what is going on?
He caught me for like 20 seconds. I fell for it, yo. And I clicked. I was like, wait, where's the blue check? What's the misspelled word? Like, I was like, okay.
It was wild, man. I got caught for about 2 seconds. And listen, I thought Mitch's defense was good tonight. I thought Mitch was very active on the defensive end. He finished with 9 boards as well. I thought Mitch was pretty solid on the defensive end, but only 2 field goal attempts. I thought that the guards were lousy in trying to get Mitch involved tonight. What you see there from Mitch offensively?
Yeah, not much on the offensive end. Like you said, the guards weren't really giving the ball. Certain teams are scouting that lob now. and kind of packing that paint. And Peyton is electing to, shoot. DSJ, I feel like DSJ and Mitch haven't even played that much together.
Not at all. Not at all. DSJ's barely been playing.
Yeah, to even have that synergy. So it's either like Peyton and Mitchell, or maybe Frank, and Frank didn't play that much either. Like I saw a pretty loud from Julius Randle, to be honest with you, when he threw
and right on cue, because it just played on the highlights, right on cue.
Like that was like probably the prettiest pass of the day.
Yeah,
point guard Randall was in effect today. It was kind of, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, how do you blame him sometimes when the supporting cast is just so lackluster? Julius did all he could to get us that dub, flaws and all. But I thought Julius was solid tonight. But I just think second half, just Charlotte, just when they turned it up, we just went. We're always the front runner. You know what I mean? We're always that front running team. We get out hot, and when the other team comes back and smacks us in the mouth, a lot of times we just don't respond. And I just think, Charlotte was the aggressor. Look how unbalanced the free throw attempts were tonight. The offensive boards. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I just feel like we didn't really we've always had problems with the speedy guards, and it seemed like we've done a better job as of late of containing them. But I think we kind of slept on Monk a little bit in contention with Terry Rozier and those guys, and they just kept hitting us with a speedy guard on the first attack, and then another speedy guard on the secondary attack. And I feel like the Knicks should have played more for the drive this game, and less for the three. But that's hard for me to say when they bombed away from three the first time.
Yeah. when Graham was bombing away from three. Yeah. And luckily enough, he didn't really get going tonight, so we kind of got spared based on the pace of the game. But another lousy loss, but it is what it is. Knicks go to 13-35 on the campaign jails.
Yeah, 13-35.
Terrible. But salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Back at it again. Salute to everybody in the chat. Again, hard to talk hoops, JL. It's just with everything going on. But you got to try to get back to a new normal as the days pass. We had a great show last night. Salute to Chuck D for calling in, and he paid his respects and tributes to Kobe Bryant. We had a lot of callers coming in and sharing their thoughts and sentiments on Kobe. So we had a great show last night, man.
That's what's up.
Definitely had a great show last night. Let's get to the phones. Ron Cleveland joins us tonight. Ron, how you feeling tonight, man?
Man.
What's good, Ron?
Hey, I ain't playing no games tonight, man. Hey, I'm handing out indictments.
Oh boy, Jay. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. 100 miles and running. I'm starting with our coach, man. I watched this game tonight, and I was sick to my stomach. I was like, we got our best perimeter defender on the bench. Frank is on the bench, and I understand if you want to try to build DSJ trade value. I understand that. But the object of the game is still to win. You bring Frank in the game with like 3 minutes left on the clock. And what the man do when he first come in the game, and he ain't even no scorer. He shoot a three. Then he calls a turnover. The whole defensive philosophy of the team picked up when Frank came in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, now you bring Frank in the game. That's an indictment on our coach. I don't care how much we love him, how much people talking about he's our coach. You got to call a spade a spade. That's on him. It was dumb coaching. And them lineup was dumb too. It was a lot of dumb stuff I saw. Another indictment, our front office needs to go. Because I read an article where they're saying that they're still trying to make the playoffs.
Nah.
In what lifetime?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
We ain't making no playoffs.
We're about to be 8 games out.
We're not making the playoffs.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. So they're trying to save the job, and it's at the detriment of our team. DSJ is not our future. We know he needs to go. His trade value is not going to increase between now and the trade deadline. I don't care what he does. It's not going to increase. He is what he is at this point. And another thing I got to say about our team, man, we got to be the most mentally weak team in the NBA. How many games have we watched this year, CPJ Ellis, man? When the game get close, these boys get tight, man.
Yeah.
These boys get tight.
Get tight, man.
We do not win close games. If the game is close, you may as well turn the TV off.
Done.
You may as well turn the TV off. So that's what I got to say tonight, man. I'm highly disappointed in Miller tonight, man. I don't know what he was thinking, but my thing is, if you was going to play DSJ, and I understand you trying to increase trade value, don't bring Frank in the game with 3 minutes left. Mm-hmm. Don't even play him for the whole game. I would have felt better with Frank not playing than to bring him in with 3 minutes left, because that tells me right then you just holding him out to try to increase this flake trade value, and dude is clearly an and one basketball player. DSG is not. He's not even a G League player, man. He's a rec league player.
Yikes!
Get him out of here, man. And if the coach keep doing stuff like that, you can get him out of here too.
And all right. Appreciate it, Ron. Drop the mic on him, JLs. Drop the mic on him. I mean, what do we do here? JL's in the chat. What do we do here? The point guard situation is driving me to drink, JL. It's like I just don't know where do we go here. Like I said, ideally, it's Peyton that needs to be planted on the bench. I've been saying this from the summertime, that if Peyton was going to be the starter, things would not be great. And now, again, they're trying to yo-yo 3-point guards in and out, and have no problems putting one guy in garbage time. I'm just lost, man. I'm just lost, bro.
I mean, he put Frank in for the defense, of course, and like you said before, like this DSJ move is definitely to shop him, but it's more specifically to shop him to Charlotte. Like, I think, I think that's
he wants to go home, man. He wants to go home.
He wants to go home. Mm-hmm. He wants to go home. So the Knicks are like, hey, play well this game, all right? Like, pay attention. Like, it has to be. I think I'll put bread down that there's they're in talks to trade Monk and DSJ. Are probably the base pieces.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Peyton goes 5 for 10 tonight, which was probably a career high for him. A career best for Peyton tonight. I've just seen enough, from him. Again, he's backup. he's a backup, so they just got to figure this thing out, man. If DSJ doesn't end up getting traded by the deadline, I want to see him playing more. I want to see him and Frank playing more. Bottom line, less Peyton, more DSJ and Frank. We losing games regardless. So, man. Let's just play these kids, man, and see what's going on here.
Facts. And it's worse when you're listening to a broadcast that's not, a Knicks broadcast. You listen to I'm listening to the Charlotte broadcast. I'm hearing them go, they've only won 13 games, and they're still playing all vets in the starting lineup. I'm just like, shut up! But you're right, and I'm crying.
Even the other team makes fun of us for prioritizing vets and still losing to a team that's playing all young guys, man.
Yeah, I'm just like, gosh.
You can't make it up, JLs. You can't make it up. Let's look at the minutes distribution tonight. Let's take a look and see. We already know Knox got 11 minutes. Again, March and Randall are your constants. I'm okay with their minutes. Fine, no problem. Ty's 16 minutes compared to Mitch's 26. I think that the balance was proper there. Peyton 33 minutes, bro. You gave Peyton 33 minutes. Bullock 28 minutes. Going 2 for 7. You could have squeezed some minutes for Frank right in between there, right?
Definitely, man. Definitely could have found some minutes.
Especially if Bullock ain't firing. I mean, if you're going defense with defense, might as well just get Frank in there.
Might as well, too. And they was leaving him open, too. I was like, hey.
They were leaving him open.
They didn't know he had a hot game the last game.
They were leaving him open.
They definitely didn't know. It's like, yeah.
And then, again, 18 minutes for Portis, who... Again, what does Portis give you that Kevin doesn't give you? 1 or 2 shots? 1 or 2 made field goals? Basically?
I don't know.
Right? It's not defense. It's not rebounding.
I actually felt like I saw Kevin Knox play a little bit of defense today.
It damn sure ain't passing, J. Ellis. You know that. It's damn sure not passing.
You sure? What's his assist numbers? Wait.
Oh, well, he had 1 tonight. Big deal. Big deal. He had one dive tonight. It's his career high. Career high. Let's see. What's Bobby? Oh, he's averaging 1.6 dimes on the season, JL.
You see, doubt the man.
1.6 dimes.
You didn't know that 0.6 was there.
Averaging 1.2 for his career.
Don't play Bobby. Don't play Bobby in this 0.6.
Listen, Dad, I like Bobby, man. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like his attitude. He's a crazy guy, but you know.
Yeah, I just need his eyes, yo. If I ever have kids, I just want his eyes. just to fear guide him. Just don't do that.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, let's go back to the phone. Sergio from Jersey's up. Sergio, how you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's going on, fellas, man?
What's good, bro? How you
I
feeling?
have to be 100% honest, brother. I mean, I'm still caught up. I forgot there was even a game tonight. I'm happy that, you guys are bringing the good energy. You guys are laughing and, you know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm just, I'm still caught up in that whole, yesterday was dope. I missed I missed it by like 1 hour. By the time I looked, you had Chuck D. Yo, dude, that was fuego, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Before it all went down, I'm over here. Yeah, that's right, Kellerman. Yeah, you better say old boy. I was looking forward to smoking with Kellerman again. But then this whole thing, whole thing came out, and I'm glad nephew again showed his worth despite some of these clown ass cats be saying about him. But this whole Kobe thing's got me down, bro. I forgot there was even a game tonight, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, like you said, nobody showed up. Like always, Randall and Morris do their thing, and without any support, we're not going to win the game. No, Sergio didn't look at the box score to call in. No. I was going to call in anyway because, I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all yesterday. And Sunday's game, I was rooting for y'all, to hit the free throws. I was rooting for Dave and y'all. But, I'm sorry. I wish this could be the regular high energy Sergio talking smack call. But, you know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
I'm still kind of caught up, man. And, I'm just grateful for the team that we have, even though they suck. But I'm looking forward to smoking with Kellerman again, so stop ducking me, Kellerman. And CP, go on your Facebook, Knicks Fan TV Facebook Messenger. I got something in there for you. Get back to me.
Okay.
And salute to the chat, salute to Knicks Fan TV, and let's try to get some wins, man. Because right now we suck, bro. Except for nephew. He's balling.
Sergio, a somber Sergio J. Ellis. Couldn't take it. He wanted him and Arion. They're on a collision course. We're on a collision course for Battle of the Fans Part 3. But Sergio, he wasn't in the mood tonight, man. He wasn't in the mood tonight. So we definitely understand this is not the proper time for the smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Check the Twitter too. I don't think it's streaming on.
No, it's not. The stream link has to reset, and every time I try to do it, I've been getting errors. So something on the Periscope side that's not working. So it's all good.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I didn't get your reaction on the whole Kobe pass, and just give me a couple quick thoughts on Kobe, man.
Yeah, man. Devastating, obviously. Shock. Like, you're on Twitter and you're getting the news as it's coming in. It doesn't make it any easier. But like, I'm not gonna lie and say I was the biggest Kobe fan, but you have to respect what he's done, for that organization, and as just as a father and as a man. Like, he got to live a really complete life very young. He was dedicating the last part of his life to his kids, and he did a good job, and he's gonna be missed. It doesn't seem real, man. It
does not seem real, bro. It does not seem real. Like, I still can't even believe it, man. And it's devastating. It's devastating for the league. You're just seeing how everybody's responding to it league wide, from the alumni to the current players, man. It's unbelievable tragedy of our time, man. Unreal.
And there is no KOT show this week. We did not record. We were planning on recording. The news hit, and I think everybody was just kind of like not in the mood.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I wasn't even in the mood to be at that game, man. To be honest, I really wasn't in the mood to be at that game. But we still had a good time. Everybody showed out, came and showed love. Missed my free throw, Jay Ellis. I miss my free throw once again. Man, I think it was the vest. I had on too much clothing. I should have got comfortable, got loose. You know what it is? You kind of feel rushed when you're on that thing because it got, all the security's trying to get you out of there, and they're like, next up. And, I was really trying to get my form down and everything. Right. I had it down. The knees were bent proper. I just came up short. The arc just wasn't there, man. 1 for 3.
Damn, you shooting like nephew. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was shooting like a typical Knicks, so I felt right at home. Right at home in MSG. But the free throws, it just wasn't meant to be, man.
Yo, one day we gotta get a game. One day.
Yeah. One of these days we will still organize that game. It's definitely on the agenda. So stay tuned for that. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Hit that thumbs up button for Kobe, man. Let's definitely keep Kobe and his family in our thoughts. We got a super chat in. JL's Adrian Morales sends us a super chat. He said it's not Miller, it's Perry and Mills. They call the shots.
Yeah, that's a good point. When he was saying it's an indictment on our coach for having DSJ in, I don't think that was a coach's call. Like my gut tells me that wasn't the coach's call.
That's business, man. That's business. Yeah, because we know he's on the block. He knows he's on the block. I mean, he's pretty much all but said it.
Right.
So I think everybody knows they're trying to get him into a better situation for him. Mm-hmm. And like I said, with the draft coming up and a high likelihood that they're gonna get a point guard out of it, I just think it's I guess it's the right thing to do. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna work out here.
For sure.
But yeah, definitely appreciate that super chat, Adrian Morales. We also get a super chat from our guy, Bad Book One, J. Ellis, the Bulls fan. He says it's time for DSJ to go. Portis needs to learn how to pass. And he says, Mills, go join the front office of a league on the moon. Salute to all Knicks fans. R.I.P. to Kobe. That's Bad Book One, man. So salute to Bad Book One.
Salute, man.
For showing love all the time. I'm going to be in Chicago for All-Star Weekend, so any Knicks fans going to be out there, any Knicks fans that live in Chicago, if we get enough people, maybe we organize something and maybe watch a game or so out there.
Okay.
And see how that goes, man. So stay tuned for more information on that. Let's see who else we got in the chat. We got Ari's in the building. Salute to Ari. Ari's in the chat talking trash. KR, what's going on? Andrew H. Pettisance. Alex Collins called in last night. J. Ellis. Big Mo, what's going on?
All right. What's up? Shout out to Cody. They call me Tack. Alexander. John G. Jonif. All right.
Okay. All right. Respect him. That sounds French. Sounds like he's checking in from France, man.
Yeah, he definitely got to sound like a Frank fan. Shout out to you.
Nice.
Will from LI. Pocket Rockets.
Nice.
And yo, Pocket Rockets name. And Ricardo Custer. Shout out to you guys.
Salute, man. JLs, I got a confession to make.
Okay.
I ran into Steve Mills at the pregame on Sunday night.
Oh, I know you fake. I know you fake smile.
I listen. I shook his hand.
You doing a great job.
No, I didn't say that. But I did let him know. You know what I mean? With he's Knicks Fan TV in the building, and I think he recognized. He goes, "Oh yeah, I remember." Blah blah blah. So yeah. I did have an encounter with Steve Mills Sunday night. Sunday night, nah. And David Blatt was there. That was during the pregame shoot around.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And Blatt was sitting there. Alex Collins calling me a traitor.
You supposed to yell fire, Steve.
Listen, what do you want me to do? You want me to get kicked out? I would have had no coverage. I would have had no live stream.
Do it for the culture.
Listen, man, you got to tread lightly at MSG, man. I'm not trying to get Oakley in there, man.
Yo.
You know?
You know I'm talking mad big now because I didn't see him. Because I definitely wouldn't have yelled that if I was there.
What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do?
Great businessman, Steve.
Listen, you got to tread lightly there. I'm trying to come back and shoot more free throws, Jay Ellis.
I feel you.
You know? So... what can you do, man? You know, but when we're in our own arena, anything goes. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. JJ from Brooklyn, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what up, fellas? How you guys doing?
What up, man? How you feeling?
Hey, what up?
Chill, man. I'm good, man. Well, first, obviously, I just want to say, you know, the Kobe, man, it's just, I can't even lie, man. I haven't cried in like 5 years, man, but just all that news that had me, man. Like, that was, man.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just knowing he was with his daughter and just thinking of what their, you know, last moments could have been like, just, you know, knowing what was probably going to, like, oh, man. It doesn't seem real, you know? Like, just seems, I don't know, man. It's just undescribable. And then just seeing Shaq on TNT tonight, you know, crying his eyes out, that was rough to watch, man. It's crazy, man. Like, you know. But, let me just say, I mean, it's crazy to, you know, criticize, you know, NBA players after what's going on, you know, in the real world, you know. But just like, I just don't get how you could play Dennis Smith over Frank. And then after the game, Miller.
Wait, did we lose JJ's volume, or is that just me?
I can hear him. Can you hear him?
Okay, you sound like JJ. Just talk up a little bit. Yeah, it sounded like you were coming in a little bit low.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then just how Miller after the game, he said, "Oh, we played DSJ over Frank because it's a back-to-back. We want to get everyone in, and we thought DSJ was a better matchup because he's quicker than Frank." Like, it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of garbage is that?
Yeah, it's political.
I mean, come on.
It's politics.
It's politics. You know.
Yeah.
It's
But
politics.
it's just like, it's also like only the Knicks could be rebuilding while starting, you know, Bullock, Gibson, and Peyton. I mean, I'm not going to say Frank and Knox are some great future pieces. I don't think they are, you know, future cons, but like, I'd rather see them, even though they're struggling, than, you know, Bullock and Portis and these, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, just play the young kids at this point. See what they got, if they have anything. You know what I mean?
Might as well. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens after the trade deadline, or what is the plan. I wish one of these beat writers would ask that question. Like, what is the plan, JLs? You know what I mean? Are we still going to be trying to win here with all these guys that we signed, or actually going to try to develop some of these young guys and get them playing time? You know?
God, I hope so, man. Like, listen, after February is going to be telling, man. February is going to be telling. After the trade deadline, when we get back to it, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a huge sign. Because if we're still playing veterans after February, I think I'm going to lose it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the team is what was the record again? 13-35.
Yeah.
13-35 right now. I mean, again, 33 minutes of Elfrid Payton tonight. Didn't need it. didn't need it, Jails. What?
Exactly. We're 4 games away from our 17-win season. So I feel like they had that 17 number in their head for sure. Like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's match our bar, and then
let's at least match it, and then I feel like that's what's happening. So it's like, all right, cool, we as good as bad. Get the job. All right, go ahead. Like I feel like that's what might be happening.
That's it, man. That is it. Let's go to my guy Worldwide Wes in the building. Wes, how you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling all right, man. You know, honestly, it's a little bit worse today than yesterday, but I don't want to dwell on that right now.
Yeah.
Talking a little bit of Knicks talk. So I didn't really watch too much of the game, but because I'm not really gonna watch the next until after the trade deadline, because the last thing I want to see running up and down the court is all these old men who ain't gonna be here in 2 years or 1 year. Right. So to any of the callers who were talking about Mike Miller, now I'm not a Mike Miller apologist, but if you think that Mike Miller is coaching this team right now, you're not looking close enough. You know what I mean? Because he hasn't coached a Knicks game in the last 10 games. You know, clearly the management has issued an edict to play the veterans which I understand if the edict is issued, okay, let's expose these guys so they can get, exposure and we can trade them. Mm-hmm. If that's what the edict is, cool. If they're saying, no, we still want to make a playoff push, don't play the young guys, play the older guys because we want to win as much as games as possible and we're not making any trades, then honestly, I would be beside myself. And I'm just going to try and be optimistic and hope that's not what they're trying to institute. Mm-hmm. These guys are trying to save their jobs, particularly Steve Mills. That man is desperate. You know what I mean? There's no other job in the NBA, no other position that he will ever get in any other organization for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. And that alone should be enough reason to fire him. Like, we can't be hiring these dudes that no other team in professional sports or even collegiate sports would consider this candidate, but he's working for the Knicks. Can't have guys like that in an organization making decisions. Furthermore, if they felt that this team was a playoff team in the preseason, and they have no idea what it takes to win a championship, we're even further back than you can think, because I don't care if we have the number 1 pick, the number 2 pick, 5 years in a row. They don't know what a collected level of talent that is able to compete even looks like if they thought that this team was a playoff team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or a legit playoff team in a real league. Because, right now the Eastern Conference, 7th and 8th seed is kind of a joke. But, if you want them to compete, you got to put some actual players on that team, man. And we're in year 2 of a rebuild, so I don't know why they just scrapped that whole thought process. Maybe, now this is the only thing I could think. Dolan, the one thing that rakes his nerves is Brooklyn's success, or the perception that Brooklyn's overtaking New York. Mm-hmm. Now, I think for some reason that when Brooklyn got some players, Dolan panicked. And Dolan said, yo, listen, we got to win games this year. You know what I mean? Like, rebuild is secondary. Developmental is secondary. Because if we win more games than them, or we win almost as many games as them, then that, the narrative, they can't pump that narrative. Instead of saying, yo, you know what? Let them get the next 2 years. We'll get the 5 after that, or the 10 after that. Mm-hmm. Let's stay the course. You know what I mean? And I feel because it's not good to have somebody who's so cool with Dolan, because of that, he can go in there and tell Steve Mills, do X, Y, Z, and Steve Mills is going to do that. Because first of all, Steve Mills don't know jack about basketball, about personnel decisions. He's a great businessman. He's a great, number cruncher when it comes to the finances and the business aspect. But as far as roster construction and talent evaluation, clearly we see that he's failed in both of those aspects. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm going to give it to February 6th. I'm not going to watch these games super closely because there's no sense in me viewing men who are not going to be on my team next year and the next 2 years. Like, these guys are, they're all role players, they're all journeymen, and they're doing the best that they can, but that's not the core of our team. Yeah. Doesn't make sense in making an investment and not waiting to the dividends to yield. That's just doing business backwards. So I'm just hoping that, these next 2 weeks, they're just letting these players audition for other teams. And, and then hopefully that's the case. After that, I don't believe in tanking, like deliberately losing games. But if you put out a young roster, then subsequently we will lose games and, while they gain valuable experience. Now, there's a lot of people who argue back and forth, how much good experience is losing by 40? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, how much good experience was Kobe shooting them air balls? You know what I mean? Would he have gained better experience if he was on a bench and never even shot them air balls? Yeah. Or would he have gained more experience from actually shooting those air balls and, feeling the failure and then, having to conquer it? So, let these guys get out there, let them play, let them, hit the floor and take their stripes and grow from that. Because, every player has to go through that at some point. So that's just my quotes, my statements for tonight, man. I'm not going to take anything, too much weight on these losses or Frank Ntilikina's minutes right now because, obviously they're auditioning Dennis Smith Jr. That's pretty clear. You know what I mean? He has done nothing to earn minutes. So him playing is definitely an audition for Charlotte. Please take him. You know what I mean? Give us a second round pick. I'm good.
All right, no doubt, Wes. Appreciate the call, man. Always a good call, man. JL's when Wes calls.
Yeah,
I mean,
call,
yeah, I think. Listen, there has to come a time when you get back to the development jails. But just thinking about how this whole thing transpired from the summer, and losing out on your top 2 targets, you still have to spend the money. You know what I mean? You still have to spend the money, and so I couldn't see them starting the season off by saying, yeah, we spent a boatload of money, but we're only going to play Randall, the majority of the minutes and give the rest to the kids. And all these other guys, Bullock and Taj and Ellington and whoever, and Portis, and these guys are just not going to play as many minutes. I can't see that being realistic.
Yeah, like I knew from the jump that they were going to try to win games, and that was the point.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to up their total, and that's why they got all the veterans. I did think the kids would play a little bit more than what they're playing now. Though. Yeah, but I'm not surprised that the vets are playing. Not at all. But I am surprised at this point how much the vets are.
You're right that it's going on this long when we're clearly out of it. But at the end of the day, like Wes said, I mean, these guys are, I think they are trying to make a miraculous playoff push. Hopefully they don't make a trade to try to do that. I don't think they will do that. Despite what I know Ron was saying, that he had read that. I don't think that they will make a playoff push type trade. I still don't see that happening. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't think so either. And not at this point.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah, not at this point. Not at this point. So, again, it's just going to have to come a time, and hopefully it's after the deadline. I'm hoping they trade Morris. I'm hoping they trade Portis. Ellington, whether they trade him or not, really doesn't matter. But, yeah, I'm hoping they trade Morris, Portis, trade DSJ.
There you go.
And let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Roll the dice. Play Dotson in all the minutes. Play Frank. Play all the young guys. Mitchell, you start. I know Mitch likes to come off the bench. Mitch start.
Yeah, right. We can start Mitch. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Let's get back to it.
Let's get it rolling.
And let's get to the kids, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Remember that this show is also available in audio podcast format. Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, Alexa, and Stitcher, all on the Knicks Fan TV. The links are in the video description below, and also the mods will drop it in the bio. Wes called in last night, shared his thoughts on Kobe. Like I said, we had the legend, the icon, Chuck D was on the show last night. If you missed that show, click the little lowercase I at your top right hand of the screen. Make sure you catch that show and that interview. Let me know what you thought. Leave me a comment in the comment section of the video. Let me know what you thought about it, because I thought Chuck really dropped some gems on us and really paid tribute to Kobe very well. It was definitely a good show, JLs.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch it. Definitely gotta catch it.
Yes, sir. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. We got some super chats coming in. Namdi McDowell, aka A5 Sports. He says Frank equals Tony Douglas, Knox equals Landry Fields. I guess what he's saying is we overrating these guys, Ailes. What do you think there?
Frank equals Tony Douglas, Knox. I don't even know what to say. I have no comment.
No, Frank ain't Tony Douglas. Tony Douglas had a much better mid-range than Frank. He had
a better offensive game.
Than Frank. He had a better offensive game. He came in with a reputation as a defender, but he wasn't that great at the pro level. He was all right. Florida State, he was much better. Obviously,
he tried hard.
Yeah, he tried. He tried. He definitely tried. He said Knox was Landry Fields. I mean, Landry Fields' rookie year. I don't think Kev has even seen that yet. So. Nope. So I mean, if he could be that, then hey, I'll be happy, man.
It looks like Kevin should be Landry Fields the way the shot looks, but it doesn't really drop at the rate Landry Fields' shot dropped his rookie year.
Yeah, I wish. I wish, man. Kev was aggressive out there tonight. He definitely tried. He keeps missing those dunks, man. He's trying to kill somebody on those dunks and almost hurts himself. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna have to outline Kevin chalk. What'd you say?
He's on an almost dunk list.
Yeah,
the almost dunk. Like there's an almost dunk list for me. Like Frank had a few almost dunks. One on KP. You know, there was one on we almost dunked on Dwight Howard, and then now you got Kev who just joined that almost dunk list.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Kev still has that Ben Simmons joining the bag.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Somebody asked me what was my ideal starting five after the trade deadline. So I guess that's assuming you get that Morris trade off, and I'm hoping they get him to the Clippers, get Mo Harkless back, get a draft pick back, and maybe a young player on the Clippers roster. I would go with what's so funny?
I mean, shout out to HB with his HB Mac with the super chat.
Oh.
He said that CT set up an interview with Steve Mills. That's the real question. We need that for the culture.
No way. They are not letting Steve Mills anywhere near this channel. All right?
No way.
There's no way.
Shut down.
There's no way.
The hazing that the chat will give Steve. No. We're trying to stay on YouTube, man.
If they taking a look at one show, they will not let Steve Mills on the show, man.
Y'all trying to get hot.
They would make so many rules. First off, they would never be live. It would have to be recorded.
Yep.
And all the questions thoroughly screened.
Yep.
All right. And no, I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Man, they're gonna find Ron Baker and not Ron Baker. They're gonna find Ron Cleveland and everybody.
Cut the line. They're gonna cut the switchboard. Yeah, man. No. Steve Mills is not coming on this show, man, at all. But I guess my ideal post-trade deadline lineup, if we made the Morris trade, I guess I would go Frank, RJ, Bullock, Randall, and Mitch. You know what I mean? Frank, RJ, Bullock, Randall, Mitch.
Not Knox?
Yeah. We can get Kev back in the lineup. Why not?
Yeah,
I'll get Kev back in the lineup. I'll get Kev for some shit. I forget about Kev, man. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been forgetting about Kev because he's basically been non-existent this season. So, yeah, let's do it. I mean, defensively, you might be rough in that front court, but poor Mitch is going to be covering everybody's man in the front court. He's going to be covering for everybody, man. But,
let's go Frank, RJ, Knox, Wooten, Mitch.
Ooh. Come on, man. You can't bail on Julius, man. Julius is playing well, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm gonna bail on Julius. So I
just took him out the starting lineup, bro.
I know what he can do. I'm not a hater. I'm not a Julius hater like everybody. I actually want Julius on the team.
When you hear that knock on your door, JL, it's like 12:30 midnight. It's Serge. He's driving from Jersey right now to come talk to you about this immediately.
It's less of an indictment on Randall and more of a curiosity of Wooten.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, listen, you could always, once he comes up on the two-way, you could always just give him some of Taj's minutes. Not a problem.
That's true.
Or Portis's minutes if they don't trade him. Not a problem at all.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah, off the bench, I would certainly go, if you don't trade DSJ, give me DSJ. Off the bench, give me Bullock, Iggy, Wooten.
Oh, Iggy.
Give me Iggy in here. Iggy, Wooten. If you trade DSJ, try to get Lamar Peters up here and get Lamar Peters some minutes. Keep Peyton on the bench if you don't trade him.
Keep Peyton on the bench.
Keep him on the bench.
Facts.
Yeah. That's it, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? What would be, assuming you trade some of these guys, what would be your post-trade deadline lineup that you would want to see, your rotation that you would want to see? Leave some rotations in the chat, and we'll run it back. Adrian Morales also sent us another super chat, JL, so I can't read the comment, but Adrian, thank you for supporting us. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. And let's get back to the phones. Couple more calls before we wrap up. Michael from New Jersey is calling in. What's going on, bro?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you, man.
Wanted to talk. Good, man. Good. Dealing with this team is very stressful, by the way. I'm going to probably, I got agita every time I watch them. But I wanted to talk about trading for D'Lo. I mean, This is a guy I know that I spoke to you about a year ago about this, and you weren't for it, CP. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to reconsider this because we've been searching for this position for Lord knows how long. I know you said the draft possibly last year. If we don't finish with a bottom 3 record last year, I think the Wizards picked 10th, the Bulls picked 8th or 7th. There's no guarantee of getting a point guard. You're talking about a guy who's proven he can play in New York, which cannot be understated. He's proven he can play in New York. He's gotten better back-to-back years, and he's 25. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And I don't think he cost that much, but I don't know.
Well, I think Golden State's in the driver's seat though, JLs.
Yeah,
they're in the driver's seat with him, man. They don't have to trade him. You know what I mean?
They have no use for him. They have no use for him when Steph comes back. He's a ball dominant guard. I just don't see them keeping him. Is my point.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to keep him, we have. I mean, you would think maybe the late first we get in the Morris deal, maybe a Mavs first even, and maybe DSJ, Knoxwood, whoever. Some of those clowns, but I just think that I'm tired. I'm seriously so tired of not having a point guard on this team. Yeah. It's driving me nuts. Yes, and like I said, the kid has played very well, incredible basketball for 2 years now, and he's proven he can play in New York. And I think we should take the chance of building around someone at that age, you know, him and RJ and Mitch, and I think we should take the chance. But I just want to get your opinion on it because I really just see this team keeping Morris like idiots and maybe trading DSJ, and that's it. That's what I see this team doing. I don't trust these knuckleheads as far as I can throw them. I don't trust them. I'm sorry. Mills got the guy. The last caller previously was talking about Mills, a good businessman. He had 1 week with the job in his hands, and he gave $75 million to Tim Hardaway.
Yeah. No, he was saying he wasn't. Yeah, no. Wes was saying he wasn't. He wasn't a good businessman, and yeah.
No, I thought he said he was a good businessman, but horrible at basketball. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he was saying horrible at basketball, good at crunching the numbers, and I'm just saying, I don't even think he's good at anything. Is my point. He was right when he said he won't have a job anywhere else. No one's hiring this guy at all. And Perry, I'm not sold on either. He's done nothing. You know, he hired Fizdale. He should be held reliable for this stuff. So I don't trust these guys even giving up the assets. That's what scares me the most about even trading for a D'Lo. Are these guys going to give up the right? You know, do they even know what they're doing? But I don't know. Yeah. At the end of the day, you still don't want D'Lo. You'd rather just try to bank on the draft and deal with this point guard.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not going to
be. I mean, 33 minutes from Alfred Payton.
Like it's not going to be. It's not going to be D'Lo for Kevin Knox, and like that's not going to be the trade. You know. Yeah. Like
no. What I said was Marcus Morris's first round pick, the Mavs first round pick, and then maybe a Frank Knox type. You know,
it won't be Frank or Knox. It will be Randall, RJ, Mitch. It will be one of those guys. It won't be.
You think they're? You think?
Oh, I can't. Wait, go ahead, Michael. I can't. Go ahead, bro. What'd you say that one more time?
I said, you think they're asking for RJ for D'Lo?
Yeah, why would they?
It would be that caliber. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay to play, man. You're gonna have to pay to play, bro. I appreciate the call, Michael. You gotta pay to play.
They're gonna ask for RJ Randall or Mitch. Like they're not gonna be like, 2 picks and Kevin Knox.
We always do that, man. Yeah, we hate the talent that we have, but we're ready to pass them off on the next team and saying, "Hey."
Like, let's be okay. D'Lo makes how much money? Like he's a max player.
Yeah.
So just off of that alone, you can't put.
You're gonna have to ante up.
Like just off of that alone, you're talking about you have to include Randall because he just makes the most money.
Yeah, I agree. You're gonna have to ante up for D'Lo, man. It's intriguing. It's not to say I wouldn't slam the door on it, JL. It's definitely intriguing. I was definitely more open to it now than I was over the summertime because I wasn't really on the D'Lo train during the summertime. But he is playing well.
It is intriguing, but I just keep thinking we have so many point guards come in the draft.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm hearing mixed things about the draft too. I'm hearing people saying they don't think it's as good, but then I'm also hearing some people are rising on the draft board.
Can't be worse than what we have, bro.
Yeah,
can't be worse than what we have. I mean,
Even if we don't finish top 3, what's the worst if we finish first or second worst record? What's the worst we could drop? 6 or 7, which is still kind of scary, but
yeah,
it is kind of scary. I mean, all right, well, let's go through the prospects. We got LaMelo, right?
I'm okay with it.
We got Cole Anthony. You have Halliburton. You have Killian Hayes.
Yep.
You have the kid playing over in Israel. Is he a 2 or a 1? Is he a tweener? Better than what we got. All right, so that's 5 guys right there. I know I'm missing some players, man. I'm just running them off the top of the list. I mean, I think Maxey will be a little bit further down. But I mean, I just named you at least 5.
Right.
At least 5 players. At least 5 point guards.
And you're just hoping that, okay, whoever picks in front of us, if they're around the same level of talent, maybe they don't want a point guard, maybe they go somewhere else. If we land one of those guys, I think we should be all right.
Yeah, I think we should be okay, man. And I just rather just start fresh from the draft. You know what I mean? I would rather just start fresh from the draft and see where we go from there. I don't think we could lose. Nico Mannion. Right?
Oh, yeah, Nico.
Yeah, Nico Mannion. The kid from Israel, they're listing him as a 3 here on Draft Express.
Interesting.
They're listing him as a 3. Yeah, he looked more of like a wing. So I'm not sure if but again, if that's best player available, why not? And then again, Cole Anthony. They got Halliburton slotted at 11 to Detroit. Draft Express has us getting LaMelo with the 3rd pick.
Okay.
They got Anthony Edwards going to Golden State with the 1st pick.
Boo.
Boo. Boo.
Boo. If that happens.
Yeah. Jesus. Nah, that was just to keep their website going. Obviously, these mock lotteries are completely ridiculous without knowing where you're going to pick. But, the prospects. You got LaMelo. You have Nico Mannion. You have Cole Anthony. You have Halliburton. All right? So I mean, I think we should be in fairly decent shape, man.
Yeah, every time I think about that, I think about holding off on trading for a point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should just draft one, or see if we can draft one, and if we can't, then maybe we make a move or something.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. Apple Fanboy says RJ Hampton. I think he may be slotted a little bit further down. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But definitely salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Michael, for calling. Michael Parker sends us a super chat. JL's #1 fan of the show. He says, salute CP and J Ellis. Salute to the chat and the mods. Trade Kevin Knox.
Every day.
Every day, man. Big Surge sends us a super chat. He says, get the popcorn ready. The trial of Kellerman is coming. Ooh,
Jesus.
A little cryptic, ominous message from Serge, JLS.
Is it trial? Is he the president? What's happening right now?
I think he's getting ready for it, man.
Oh,
he's
man.
getting ready for it. Speaking of point guards, we play the Grizzlies tomorrow night. We got John Morant coming into town.
Oh boy,
to show us what we missed out on.
I'm so scared.
To show us what we missed out on, 1 pick away.
Oh, I'm like scared and intrigued at the same time.
John Morant wants his MSG moment.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be. Frank should not. The SJ should not be started.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Could get ugly fast, man.
Yeah,
could get ugly fast. I'm actually, I've been a big fan of this kid since college, man. I'm actually looking forward to the game. I like John Morant a lot, so let's see. Let's see if we step up to the challenge. Ari's in the building. Ari, what's happening, man? Uh-oh's right, man.
How you guys doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Not much, man.
The volume is low.
Yo, hang on, Ari. Hang on. Ari, go ahead. Give me some volume real quick.
You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm just like that caller who called in who I made relevant. It's still a heavy day for me. So I don't think we should. We could postpone the battle for now.
Both sides have issued a
ceasefire,
ceasefire, J. Ellis, out of respect. I respect that, J. Ellis. You got to respect that. Both sides are yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, he just needs to, he needs to get his pie charts and Excel spreadsheets ready for the next battle and all that stuff. So I got to give him time to prepare, and so I'll let that slide for now. But to the real important stuff, I just can't believe we're talking about who do we want to start after the trade deadline and who should come off the bench, and again, I don't want to be the guy to say this, but why are we not letting Isozo play? Why? Why is the only shot creator on our team, the person who almost joined the 90-50-40 club as a rookie, not even being mentioned to be a reserve after the trade deadline? I just need to know why not. Why we don't mention them?
Because I'm just going with what's been trending, JL. Is clearly, I mean, how many more opportunities have they had to play the kid? Clearly, I don't know. They're either going to trade him or not bring him back, man. I don't see them bringing this kid back. They're not prioritizing him, bro.
Yeah, that's the feeling I got.
I know, but I mean, listen, and that's what I'm saying. That goes to the root problem of everything. I know there's different opinions on whether we should trade the vets and let the young players grow or we should not. But you have to understand, I know that dude that I made relevant called in 2 days ago, and he's like, what's a proven track record is letting young players grow and giving them time to grow. And then he cited the Golden State Warriors who drafted Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. He mentions the Bucks when they draft Giannis. At the end of the day, Frank Ntilikina is terrible. Kevin Knox has not shown anything. The reason why Elfrid Payton's playing 33 minutes a game is because what's your other option? To play Frank or to play DSJ? Ron Cleveland said, he's a rec league player. You putting these guys in a position where they don't. Our drafting is terrible. And that goes down to the front office. Again, you know what I mean? The one good player we drafted in the past 20 years, we trade him for a rec league player, and it's just ridiculous. So, you could say, we should tank or we should trade these players. Nothing is going to change as long as Steve Mills is the president of this team, because at the end of the day, he's deciding who plays. He's deciding who we draft. He's deciding everything. And it's just scary to think that, we might have Steve Mills make this draft pick. I'm already nervous about him doing this trade deadline, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be something stupid, and I think he's going to keep Marcus Morris here. And, I could easily see him trading, a lot of our young assets, including draft picks, for, a B-level star. And I just, I think that he's the real problem, and it has nothing to do with, what kind of philosophy you have on basketball. Okay. There's multiple ways to do this, but when the one decision maker has been proven track record of making terrible decisions, what do you expect to go from that? So that's basically all I have to say.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Ori. I mean, J. Ellis, man, listen, I would love to see ISO play. How many guys are you going to play, man? How many guys are you going to play? Right now, nobody's really establishing themselves, right? Yeah. You have ISO, who's a free agent. You have Frank, who's going to be here next year. You have if he doesn't get traded. You have DSJ, who's going to be here next year if he doesn't get traded. You have Peyton again, who's going to be here next year if they don't pick up his option.
Yep, and Dotson looks like his value might be going up.
Right? Yeah. You have Bullock at the 2. You have Dotson at the 2. You have RJ at the 2. Where are you playing ISO Zoe right now?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I don't know.
It's going to be real tough.
You put him out there for his offense. You need Frank's defense.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You put him out there to score. You need somebody else to facilitate. It's just too many guys that are just one-trick ponies.
Yeah, man. And they're prioritizing Dotson because Dotson
gives you that balance.
He's not the best offensive creator, but he gets it done. He shoots threes. ISO has, more tools, but
right.
Dotson knows how to maximize the tools he has.
Efficiency.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
he's a more efficient scorer,
and he fits into team concepts.
That's it.
More, easily, and also there's been a lot of. I don't think there's going to be any trades made for.
Nah, I don't see that. I wouldn't be worried about that.
First round picks and young players. It's been That's been reported. Maybe except for DSJ.
Right.
But it's been reported that we're not trading first round picks and young players.
Yeah. It's just a log jam of role players right now. That's what you have right now, James. You have a log jam of role players that I don't know where they're gonna go with this, man. I really don't. But they got to make a decision. Somebody's gonna be the odd man out, and maybe they make them pay later on in their careers. Maybe they don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know what you mean. Free dot forever.
Free dot forever. All right, closer of the night is gonna go to Alex from Mount Vernon. Alex, how you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling good. CPJ, what's up, man?
How you feeling, bro?
So quick question.
Yep.
I heard UCP a few nights ago. You shut down the Fred VanVleet talk coming this summer. Maybe you had an issue with giving him, a large amount of money, which he's probably going to command. Really, what's your issue with this guy? I mean, he shoots it. He plays defense. He facilitates. He's a world champion. I mean, he brings that veteran experience. He's still young. Why would you not want him to be the point guard of this team with the situation we're looking at right now?
I guess I'm just nervous with VanVleet that he can't lead this team. You know what I'm saying, JL? It's like with Toronto, obviously, last year in the finals, I mean, you're blanketed by Kawhi Leonard. You can come out and be that role player and still shine. This year, Siakam is a superstar in that team. Like, can VanVleet come here under the bright lights of MSG and be that floor general of a future that we need? I don't know.
Yeah, but don't you think he has the pedigree, what he did in college? He's starting this year alongside Lowry. I mean, I think he's proven something worthy, and he's light years ahead of what we got now.
He's better than everything we have now.
Absolutely.
But for the money you need to pay him, like,
right.
Yeah,
go ahead, Jay. Let's finish.
Yeah, it's more about the money. It's really more about the money.
Yeah.
Like, when you have the right pieces and the right management and the right systems in there and with the Raptors built in, it makes more sense really for them to do that rather than us, where you kind of have to will this team. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's my point. JL. It's like a scary Terry type of thing, man. And plus, size-wise, he's not the type of point guard that I like. To me, he's a little too small. And I also think he's going to be the heir apparent in Toronto. I think he will be the future and starting in front of when Lowry eventually transitions out of there. So I think eventually he will stay in Toronto.
Like him, though.
But just one quick point on the money. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you're targeting a big free agent such as Giannis in a couple of years, nobody's coming out this summer. I mean, the situation is just right to pay the guy. We're drafting young guys, and we're not going to have to pay them until years down the road. Mm-hmm. Why would the money be an issue? I think it's just an issue of need right now, that this team needs a leader at the point guard, and VanVleet fits that role.
Is he an all-star?
Good question.
He's on the fringe right now. The numbers are good. I mean, 40% from three. He's giving you close to 20 points a game, 7 assists. He's right there on the fringe.
It's questionable, jails, man.
I get it. I don't listen. I get why he's saying it.
Yeah,
I get why. He plays offense, offense, 3-point shooting, defense, sets his teammates up, complete game. I get it. It's one of those. It's just for everything I just said before, man. The money, the system. It just seems like a lot It just seems like a lot to gamble on, to see if you can replicate the same thing here.
Right.
After a year of doing that there.
To me, it's like a scary Terry thing, man. I don't know. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad player. To me, I'd rather just take my chances in the draft. I'd rather just take my chances in the draft.
Man, and look, to be honest with you, this is one of those swing for the fences things where it could work because, it could work, but it's almost kind of like a Julius Randle situation, but to even a bigger scale because he's actually won a championship.
Yeah,
take a guy who's not, a superstar, but he's putting up starter numbers. You put him on another team and see what can happen when he's like the real man. So I get the thought process. Like, it works out for teams that do that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a risk to do that here with the amount of money he wants.
Yeah. Let's just go into the draft.
Yeah.
Let's just go into the draft.
Plus, there's the draft.
That's all I'm saying. And number one, I think Toronto keeps him. Number two, I'm a little bit leery if he can have the same success here. And number three, I'd rather just go into the draft.
Yeah, let's clear the way for a point guard of the future for once.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think of the chat? I'm seeing mixed reactions in the chat, Chales. Some people are okay with it. Some people are saying hell no. It's a mixed bag of opinions on Van Fleet, man.
Mixed bag means fair point. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable debate. I think it's a reasonable debate. I just think I wouldn't want to pay him that type of money for who he is. Even though he's having a good year, he's having a great year this year.
Like if it happened, I wouldn't absolutely hate it. I wouldn't really love it, and depending on the money.
Okay. All right. Well said, man. We appreciate the call, Alex. Good call. To get the debates going. JL says, let's go ahead and sign out, man.
All right, man. So usually this is how I would say, hey, check the new show out. There's no new show. So you can check the old show out if you want to. This is on youtube.com/Nick Show if you want to watch last week's episode of Nick Time Show on YouTube right now. And also you can check our SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher right now to watch latest episodes. Last week's episode of Nick Time Show. Also, check out our blog. We should have some new blogs coming from my guy Fritz. And also Ken coming soon within the next day. So definitely check out the blog at nickoftimeshow.com. And that is all. Oh yeah, follow me on all social media. I know I've kind of been MIA a few days, been handling stuff in the back end, whatever. But definitely check out social media. That is the KOT Show on Twitter and the Nick Time Show on Instagram. Links are in the description for all those things. Back to you, CP.
Yes, sir. Good show, my dude. Great job, JLs. And salute to everybody that joined us, man. Still have a good crowd, all things considered. Knicks lose tonight, 97-92. Tough loss in Charlotte. Really just wasted an opportunity there, but it is what it is. Salute to everybody that tuned in. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format, Spotify, iTunes. Leave us a review. Amazon, Alexa, Stitcher, and Google Play. Share these videos. Very important. Share these videos. Text your friend the link to this video. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. That's the 3 free ways that you can support us. You can also send us a super chat. We just got some more super chats in from Shane Mack. We also got a super chat in from DYNO P26. We appreciate you guys for supporting the movement. And yeah, man, that's how this channel continues to grow with your support. So we definitely appreciate that. Keep this conversation going. We have a Twitter DM group. If you share this video on Twitter with the hashtag PostgameNYK, we'll throw you in our private Twitter DM groups to keep the conversation going. We also have a dope Discord group with over 100 and something plus people in there, just talking Knicks all day and all night, man. So if you want to talk more Fred Van Fleet in the chats, that's the way to do so. But anyway, appreciate everybody for joining in. G. Andresi, I appreciate it. All the mods, thank you very much. Frank Matos, Big Mo, appreciate it. Prana, appreciate it. JL, so you want to shout out, man?
Yeah, shout out to Alexander. They call me Tack. Craig Williams over here. Shout out to the mods. Tristan Perry. Also shout out to Fritz, my guy Fritz. Pocket Rockets. John G. Jonif. And everybody else. Wilfram. Oh, my guy Wilfram Eli. I always got to shout out my guy. Eli always holds me down.
No doubts.
And Jackson Plant. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, once again, see you guys tomorrow night. Knicks versus Grizzlies. Ja Morant, MSG debut. Oof. Hope he takes it easy on us, man. But once again, check out the Chuck D tribute to Kobe Bryant after this. And yeah, man, thanks for watching, guys. Peace. See you guys tomorrow.